Hi everyone, it's Julie. Today we're going to talk about Seint Contour. A lot of people are, interested in Seint because of the pictures they see online on social media showing women with this beautifully sculpted, glowing complexion. Well, the secret is really our contour. Our makeup is fabulous, but if you haven't tried our contour, let's watch today's video and find out how to use it and what a difference it makes. It's going to be a real quick one. I have some contour colors in this palette. These are all the ones I own. This is by no means all the contours that we offer. We have many, many more colors. But basically what a contour is it's going to be a product that is going to help shape your face. So a lot of us might have a little extra weight in our face that we carry, roundness, fullness, maybe some droopiness. And the contours are going to be an added lift to your complexion. It's going to add angles, it's going to add cheekbones, definition, things like that. Now, who would not want to use a contour would be somebody that already has significant angles in their face. Maybe they have a bony facial structure, maybe they've lost weight, maybe they're aging and they already have highly defined bone structure. As one of my favorite YouTuber mentions, Michelle Spieler, she mentions that sometimes on elderly women, the contour can make you look like Skeletor, which is very true. It can make you look very hollow. So it does hollow out cheekbones, but if you're already hollow and feeling like you want to add fullness, it might be advisable to skip the contour. But you could skip it in places that you're hollow and then use it in places that you're not. Maybe you have a full nose and you want to make your nose look slimmer. So I do think that a contour is super helpful, super beneficial. So I'm just going to take you through this today. I already have Athens foundation on by Seint Athens Highlight Foundation. You can see my complexion looks very flat. I do have some eyeshadow on today, Seint eyeshadow. I don't have false lashes on. I'm taking a break from those just to allow my lashes to get full again. But this is just a very plain look, and by no means the look that I'm used to after 3 years of using Seint. So you're gonna see how gorgeous these products are. So right here in front of me, I have my palette. This is the palette that I use. It's a pro palette. This is what I use for all of my blushes, which are lip and cheek colors. And there are many, many more colors that I do not own. So I really fell in love with Seint, mostly because of the options of the cream blushes and such. So I think today we'll just put on some blush without the contour just to show you what that does. I'm just going to pick a few colors and see what I'm feeling today. This one is called Tiger Lily. I'm not sure if this one is being offered right now. It might be limited edition. This is the blush and bronzer brush that I'm using, and we're just going to add a little bit of that to the cheek, and it is a beautiful color. You can see how that just instantly livens up the face. Now, where do I put my blush? I usually put it right here under the outer corner of my eye and move it in an oval backwards. So I do keep it high. I don't go down here at all with the brush, and I don't go in near my nose. So you can build this as intensely as you want. Tiger Lily is a satin formula, so it's more on the matte side. We do offer glosses, which are beautiful, both on the lips and cheeks, but I do advise if you use a gloss formula on the cheeks to layer it over the top of a satin formula, because the satins last longer. Okay, and I advise the same on the lips too. If you want a long wearing lip, do the satin on the lips and then follow with the gloss on top. Although the glosses are gorgeous on their own on the lips, but you have to reapply quite often. So you can see already the blush adds some life to my complexion. A lot of people like to use blush on their forehead just to kind of unify everything. That's kind of a fun trick. I do have Seint Demi under the eyes. So Seint Demi is our color correcting line. I have Y01 in this trough here this is an area where I get kind of purple shadows, so Y01 will counteract the purple because yellow and purple are complementary. And then in the inner corner, I use the O1, which really pops and brightens that inner corner. And then down here, I'll use something with red in it. So it could be OR1, RO1, those kind of colors. So that's what I use. I don't use the foundation under my eyes because it does tend to crease on me. Now, let's go ahead and do the lips. So I'm skipping contour. We're going to just show you how, even if you do blush, even if you do lips, even if you do bronzer even, it's still not going to give you the look that Seint is known for. So now let's do the lips. So what I do is I use my multitasking brush, and I have been using the Suede lip liner recently, and that is this color right here. Sometimes I can confuse this with one of our bronzing colors. It does look like a bronzer. It looks like a contour as well. But this is our only lip liner in the line. And I'm going to show you a trick to getting this to last a long time. So I'm just lining my lips with Suede. Using the smallest end of the multitasking brush. Okay. Very important that you don't come too far down onto the lip surface with the lip liner, as it'll make your lips look smaller. So that's actually what's happening now on the top. But when I go back with the lip color, it will come out again. It'll look full. So what I like to do is actually take my finger into our vanilla dust powder, and I like to use this kind of over the top of that to set the lip liner. And you can use a fluffy brush just to kind of brush away excess, okay? So now we can do a lip color. As I said before, I like to do a satin formula, then followed by the gloss. But if your lips are dry, you do want to reach for some balm. So the Seint lip balm is really nice. I also recently just bought the cherry lip conditioner, and I love that one too. Because I just have this handy, I'm just going to use my half size tin of our balm. And this really makes the satin formulas go on a lot more smoothly because they can look kind of dry on the lips. I'm going to go with Madrid. That just looks so pretty to me. It's not Tiger Lily exactly, but it's in the same family. So I'm just going to use the paddle and just pick up a little bit of the Madrid and just swipe that on the lips. And it looks very much like your lips. But just a little bit more color. And it's not as orangey as Frenchy. All right, now you have that matte satin Madrid on the lips. Oh, this is Bella. All right, and compared to the contours, where did I put my contour palette? This is the selection of contour colors, and here's Bella, just very similar. But Bella is a different formula. Bella is going to be more creamy, has a glow to it. It's not a shine, it's just a glow from within. It's very beautiful. So I take the large end of my blush bronzer, and I put Bella kind of up high. And I come around like the letter E, just kind of do, you might have heard of this before. Like it's the letter E. Like that, just really soft, and it kind of warms up the complexion. And I also like to use Bella on my neck in place of a foundation. So at the very end, I like to do this kind of all over my neck. Okay, and there's the Bella. Looks pretty. All right. We still don't have the definition though. We don't have that definition that we get when we apply a contour, and you're gonna see what a difference this makes. So let's look at the contour colors. I'll do some swatches for you. This first color I'm going to use is Olive. This is a beautiful color on my skin. I'm just going to do it right here. This is Olive. It's got some warmth to it, okay? The next color I'm going to use is Henna, and this is Henna. It's very light, okay? Let's look at Henna compared to Olive. You know, it's so funny because in the tin it looks so light, but on me it actually projects darker than the Olive, and it has like a green tone. I would have thought this would be Olive and this would be Henna. But this is Olive and this is Henna. So Henna definitely has kind of that yellowy green tone. All right. Walnut, very light color as well. I'm going to put walnut right here. Very yellow. So this is Olive, Henna, and walnut. This would be good for someone with very fair skin. Shadow, I do tend to use shadow and Olive a lot. So there's shadow, but it's very neutral, very neutral. There's hardly any warmth in this at all. And I just want to make sure I didn't get too much on my finger, but yeah, very, very neutral. It does not pull warm at all. Okay, you can see that. Stone, I don't think I've ever used stone on my face before. I just kind of have it in my makeup kit. This definitely looks kind of orangey. Ash is another color kind of similar to shadow. I have used this quite a bit recently. And this we're going to put right here. So there's Ash. Okay, we have Astoria, very popular color. For those that were used to using indigo but wanted something a little bit less red, here is Astoria. Okay. It's a little bit more brown than Henna. Then we have Cedar, which I really loved using during the summer because it has some good warmth to it. It's a beautiful color. I'm just going to go in here and get some, and we're going to put Cedar right here. There's Cedar. Indigo. Indigo is very popular, although it is dark in the tin. A lot of women use this one because it really lasts on the skin. This is Indigo. Okay. And then I do have Cola. This would be for much darker skin tones. I usually use this as like a liner for the eyes. You can see how black that is, almost like a dark ebony brown. Kind of like, is this the Ash? That's a good one. Ash is a really good one. Let's do the Ash. That's a good one to use. So I have my detail brush here. This is a great brush for adding that contoured look. So you're gonna see this magic. I start in the cheek area, and what I do is I come from the top of my ear and I just kind of come underneath. So you're gonna see this kind of come forward. Okay, you can see how that really adds that cheekbone on this side. This looks very flat and this looks very defined. This is the Ash. You can always build it up. And you don't want to come over too far, so this is what I use the side of the brush for. I just kind of get rid of some of that extra contour. Go in and just go into the hairline with our contour. This is such a pretty color. This is the magic. I'll take kind of just one edge of this brush here and go into the Ash. And then I'm just gonna define my jawline here. Okay, So in my family, we don't carry a lot of wrinkles in our skin, but we have kind of this little droopy area here. So this is going to help with that. You can see how beautiful that is. Now you would have to come underneath and really make sure that you are chiseling away the shadows underneath as well. If you need to switch over to a large fluffy brush to blend, you can. Okay, so this is one side of the face so far versus the other that's flat. Now we're going to do the nose. This is a beautiful way to make yourself look nice and, you know, defined. You're going to take just one side of the brush and you are going to just kind of lay it down and just go up and down in a straight line. You don't want to go on the middle of the nose. You want to kind of have the number 11 where there's a sliver of white going down the center. Now I like to take this side of the brush and kind of soften that a little bit. All right, so I have a more defined nose on that side. Now that we can see how beautiful that is on this side, let's go ahead and do both sides of the face. I just love what it does with my nose. It really gives it that more even definition because I have a slight bend to my nose. Now I could put a little bit right here on the tip. Let's see what that does if we just do a little bit like right above the little ball of my nose. You can just kind of experiment from day to day. Kind of gives me a little nice pronounced tip to my nose. Really gorgeous. Okay, so that is the contour. You can see just what that does for the complexion. Just really gives more of a glow. Now a lot of people like to complement the contour with an illuminator. I prefer the cream illuminator. So we have the opposite of the contour would be the illuminators. These are going to really illuminate the heights of your face, the high points of your face. Confetti. This will be lovely. And I just use my finger with this, guys. So I'm going to take this cream illuminator. Make sure your fingers are clean though. And you're just going to kind of come like right underneath this area, underneath the outer corner of the eye. Just add just a highlight there. And then I like to come over here, kind of the same thing. And they vary in intensity. Some are more dramatic than others. This is of course very natural. And then we could take this down the center and on the tip of the nose, go above the brow. Okay. And this is our vanilla dust just right through the center of the face where I get oily. Just gives you a nice airbrushed effect. This just adds like a gold sparkle to whatever you have on. So I'm going to do some of this Sunshine State. I just like to put it on with my fingers right over the top of the Madrid. And they kept teasing us with this color, like taking it away and then bringing it back. And then they realized that so many people love this color. And then I'm going to do a little bit on the top of the Tiger Lily, just to give a little added shine there. There we go. And there's the look, guys. You can see how beautiful it is on the nose. It just gives me this polished, beautiful, finished look. I just love it. And this is not a really dramatic look today. This is just a really natural, everyday look. And the makeup is just gorgeous. It doesn't look too heavy. It looks like skin. I absolutely love it.